Greetings, one and all. I'm okay, and I hope you are. But today I have exciting news, right? Mufasa Meds is back in full effect. A Chance Hall podcast where we reason about real and relevant issues today in society. Zane? So, this is actually a momentous occasion. I'm your host, Jason Lawrence, and we are back. Today, in this rebirth episode, we are diving into the storm behind the storm. Not just Hurricane Melissa, but the mental whirlwinds she's stirred up in our community. Right here and now, we're asking, what did Melissa do to our mental health? And more importantly, how do we heal together? Today, we're digging into the silent crisis that follows the natural one, the burden of provision, the pressure of masculinity, and what it means to be a man when the blueprint for providing has been washed away. No, I'm joined today by one of our residents who lived through Melissa and is navigating its aftermath. Today, we have Mr. Ludi Banta. So, Mr. Bantan, how you doing, all bro? How you doing, man?
Boy, I'm here. I'm here.
Everything is all and well.
I'm holding on.
That's good. So, after Hurricane Melissa, how were your thoughts ever since?
Well, that's a good question. I have to say that one, I'm being strong.
Yes.
But two, my thoughts are ravaged. It's like how you see the place.
Yeah.
That's how my thoughts are over. Because me have to say what they show on camera, right? What
Yes.
the people go out and they show on the videos. It is much worse when you're on the ground.
Yes.
And I have been a youth leader. I have always been a helping hand in my community, and I have been working. And to me, it's like I have to bring that burden. I can't, when I'm up here,
Yes.
I can't allow myself to go down. You get me asking my close friends want a bottle of water, and me can't give it to them.
Understand.
That is the condition right now.
Yes.
You get me?
So, I have some critical questions for you today.
Mhm.
Nothing formal, just real experiences. And I want you to be honest so that the viewers can understand what it's like to experience Melissa firsthand as a man, right? So the first question. In the days leading up to and right after Melissa made landfall, what did the word provision mean to you? What was the first thing you felt you had to do, not just logistically, but almost as a duty?
All right, so the first thing that I had to do was to secure certain assets, right? Because I live on the beach, I live in a community that is called Parity.
Yes.
That is about 3 or 4 minutes from Black River,
Yes.
right? So I had to secure the boats and the house and everything. You get me?
Yes.
So yeah, that was the first step. Secondly, we got a warning to evacuate, right?
Yeah.
We got a warning to evacuate. Some of us didn't because I didn't. You get me? The trajectory of the hurricane, I did not personally, I did not think that it would be that bad. So I was at my house during the hurricane, and I'm alive because of God.
Why that rough, you know?
I tell you.
You live between a pond and the sea.
Yes.
So water did come in.
What happened? You see the sea, it come across and it meet with the pond, right? So basically there is no parity.
So where you did there?
All right, one section of my house is deck. I'm almost without a house right now. One section of my house is deck, so I had to stay under the deck part of the house. But the sea came in and it went right through. Right?
Yeah.
Right now, I have friends who have drowned, and I know of people that we still can't find them from the community. Right? After the hurricane, I managed to come back up here.
Yes.
Right? I have nothing left down here. So when I came, I garnered some support from friends and relatives and Pandal and whatever, and I went back into the community. I'm here to say, I'm a person, I don't really believe that you should cry or show emotions as a male.
Yes.
But what I come and me eye them, when me see a friend of mine ask me for a bottle of water, right? And it was the last one that I had left, and I had intended to give it to an old lady.
Yes.
And he said to me, say, you know how far me I walk come from? Water come on my eyes because he had 3 kids.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah. All right. So we often talk about a blueprint for being a man and a provider. In a crisis of this scale, where normal systems break down, what happens to that blueprint? Can you describe a moment where you felt there was no blueprint and you were just figuring it out as you went along?
The second day after the hurricane. You see, as a man, as a university student, as a chancellor, right, you're taught that you should always have your ducks in a row.
Yeah.
Right? The second day after the hurricane, when I came up and when I sat down and I realized what I had left behind, and I realized that some of my families I couldn't get into contact with, some of my friends,
Yeah.
right? The losses that I had suffered, right? When I realized all of that, it was, I broke down, and that is the truth, you know? We are taught to be tough and we're taught to create this blueprint as a man to guide us through life because naturally people will look up to us to provide.
True.
Even now, what is left of Saint Elizabeth, right?
Yes.
What is left of Saint Elizabeth, the families still look towards the male figures to provide something out of what is left.
True.
You get me?
Yes. So, as you can see, Mr. Banton, this is a tough one, right? So we have seen an incredible outpouring of support with people driving down with trucks of supplies. But we have also heard stories of chaos, of supplies only reaching people on main roads, or even of theft. What's your perspective on this? Is it wise to have a lot of people going down to help without a clear strategy? And what does this organization do to the moral of those trying to provide for their own families in the affected zones?
All right. With regards to the situation going down, I was telling that it is rough.
Yes.
Normally, it would take 2 hours or 2.5 hours to reach down to where I'm from. It would take 4 or 5 hours. But a lot of people are in the corporate area and they're outside of St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland and parishes that have suffered the most damage. Right? So they want to hear from their families. Personally, I believe that what needs to happen, the roads need to be cleared up so the people can get access to go down. I don't think that it is right to tell somebody that, listen, you should just stay off the road.
Yes.
You get me?
Yeah.
And not go down because the help is needed.
True.
The help is needed. I tell you, say, it is one thing to see the state of the parishes, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland going down on the video, but to actually see it is something different.
Different.
If you're not strong, water will come in your eyes. And that is the reality. So a lot of people have extended families down here. You get me?
Yes.
I would encourage them, if you can, to go in a timely manner and bring some resources to your people.
Yes.
I would encourage them because even right now as we speak, I'm planning to go down tomorrow. Not because I want to, but because I have to. I got a call.
And it can never be too much.
It can never be too much. Listen, I got a call this alliance. Get one call from a friend of mine. And they were crying saying, don't know people because they don't have any water. How can you lay in your bed knowing that a family or a friend of yours are living in that condition? Naturally, you are going to want to go down. You're going to want to give a helping hand where and when you can.
Yeah.
Right? And the thing is, a lot of people are going down for the social news. I don't believe in that.
Yes.
I don't believe in going down to feel the situation and post it and myself.
The thing about that, if you don't video it, nobody is not going to know that you went, So they're going to say that you're on social media and you have a platform and you're not supporting the ones in need. So I think that's one reason why people tend to video. Don't get me wrong, sometimes you have some persons out there that they overdo it, right? But if you don't video it, Nobody knows.
That is true. That is true. But I'm talking about the ones that take it out of context. That leave from Kingston, leave from Portland, those far out areas,
Yes.
just to go down and video and look at the conditions of it. I think that those persons should abstain from going. You get me? So that the people that are actually going to help can get some space and go down.
That's true.
Yes.
So another question. So there's a poignant issue we want to unpack. Dying while prepared. As we have seen and heard of the tragedies that swept the island of people risking their lives to protect their livelihoods, what does this represent for you? Is it the exhaustion of the constant pretense of strength, the feeling of your own mental state deteriorating while you're busy holding everything together for everyone else?
All right. So, as a man, you have essentially a moral obligation to protect your family, to protect your assets, to protect whatever you can. Now, in a situation like this, most of the communities that are severely affected, Parati, Newtown, Slipe, and Vineyard, those are communities where the people don't have as much, so they have to protect the little that they have. It is rough, essentially, but whether or not they want to, they have to. You get me? So, coming out of this hurricane, what we will see is that we will have a lot of mental issues and we will have a lot of problems with regards to the male's thinking capacity down in that space.
Yes.
You get me?
All right, so Mr. Banton, as it pertains to redefining strength, right? So looking back, how has this experience challenged and potentially changed your definition of what it means to be strong or to provide? Has the storm forced you to see support, vulnerability, or asking for help in a new light?
Yes, definitely. Coming into the university space, I was not
Yes.
as much. I was not vocal, right?
Yes.
I was a student leader, but I was not so vocal. I realized that no man is an island. You can't do this thing on your own, right?
Yes.
Coming from St. Elizabeth, coming to Kingston, going back, I have to seek help, right? It is so. As some of my brother them say, listen, I'm going to give you this to bring down. The help can't be too much. True. Yeah. So you have to be strong mentally though, because what you're seeing down there, everybody is looking towards you for something.
Yes.
Right? It's like you're coming from like you come from a fight. You come from a new world. So people look towards you.
That's true.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, Mr. Bantan. So what we're hearing is that the storm doesn't just test our houses. It tests our foundations. The burden of provision is real. But perhaps part of navigating it is redefining what we're meant to provide. Not just plywood and water, but patience. Not just a strong front, but the strength to be vulnerable. Not just solidarity, really resilience, but the wisdom to build a coordinated community. The cleanup will take months. Rebuilding these internal frameworks might take longer. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning to our first episode of Mufasa Meds. So you have heard it from Mr. Ludi Bantan, a resident here on Chancellor today who lived through Melissa. Now, if you found this topic interesting, stay tuned for more because this podcast is nothing normal, right? So Mufasa Meds, a Chancellor podcast where we reason about real and relevant issues in society today. Stay tuned. I'm out.
Uppercut the down is it.